Nikki Haley and her supporters are absolutely delusional for continuing this campaign when, let's face it, she has no pathway. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 Republican presidential primary. Now, as most of you probably know, Nikki Haley, despite all of the hype surrounding New Hampshire and how she was gonna win the state and blah blah blah, she is still in the race despite that. And despite every single national poll having her down by 50 to 60 against Trump, even in South Carolina, she's down by 20 to 30. Despite all of this, her campaign is continuing despite every single data point pointing to, hey, you have no pathway to the nomination. No matter what you tell your supporters, no matter what you say or do, there is absolutely zero pathway for this. And if you really care about beating Biden this fall, you should drop out and endorse Donald Trump right now. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now, I want to be 100% clear. I highly doubt that Nikki Haley drops out anytime soon. Mostly for the fact that her campaign is getting tens of millions of dollars from Democrat donors, which should really make you wonder, why is she in the race? Like, if you're running as a Republican, why would you accept that much money from liberal donors? And on top of that, why are you telling Democrats to vote in Republican primaries and just start doing some basic research? It's like, huh? And on top of that, when you just do the basic delegate math going forward, does she think she has a pathway to the nomination? All right, let's get into it, because when you see what I'm talking about, you realize, hey, there's something more at play other than just, pure incompetence, because you cannot be this stupid. Well, you could, but I highly doubt it. Nikki Haley isn't wrong when she says it's early in the GOP primary. Less than 3% of delegates have been awarded so far. Well, that 3% of delegates are from two of the states that tend to set the tone for the rest of the primary. And Trump was the first Republican, or actually any non-incumbent in modern history to win both New Hampshire and Iowa in the primary. But the rest of the states are coming fast, and the relative lull over the next 4 weeks before the South Carolina primary is followed by a sprint. Within 4 weeks after Haley faces former President Trump in her home state, more than 70% of the delegates to the Republican convention in July will have been awarded. That sudden acceleration could be whiplash-inducing for Haley, who already faces an unfriendly electorate in the upcoming states, which I don't think enough people are talking about. Let's face it, New Hampshire is way more moderate, independent, in fact, just more liberal in general, than the rest of the country. It just is. I don't care what people say. The independent vote in New Hampshire is one of the most liberal-leaning in America, especially compared to the national electorate. People misunderstand that. Like, they're making it sound like, the independents in New Hampshire represent America. No, they don't. So when you get to say South Carolina, not only is the average Republican way more conservative, the average independent is going to be far more conservative. It just is a conservative state. The former South Carolina governor has been able to mount a challenge to Trump by investing significant time and money into individual states, which hasn't done jack so far. Congratulations, you lost by 11 in New Hampshire when you promised a victory. You did, quote-unquote, had an overperformance, I should say, because of Democrats. That's not a sustainable strategy because you still need enough Republicans to vote for you. And based on the primary polling, those Republicans are bailing for Trump. And now she faces a primary calendar that requires a totally different approach, which, yeah. Because now you're getting to the part of the primary where it's not just once a week there's a race. There's 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 in a single day, like Super Tuesday. Possibly 3 in a day. Just a bunch of examples. It's a structural problem. In addition to Haley's political one, trying to turn out the moderates and independents who boosted her in New Hampshire in states where they are shorter supply. The door is still technically open for her to dethrone the former president, despite his victories in the first 2 states. But it's going to close very quickly. She has no pathway. That's what they're saying here. They're trying to make it sound nice and say, well, maybe there's that 0.1%. No. When you win both Iowa and New Hampshire by the margins Trump did, first of all, that's never happened. I don't think a non-incumbent has won both New Hampshire and Iowa in the presidential primary for either party. I don't think it's ever happened on the Republican side, at least in modern history. But number 2, he has the momentum. At this point in time, by the time South Carolina even happens, Nevada's caucuses would have happened, which no one is talking about. So that's 3 victories in 3 very unique states politically. What's this conspiracy and theory that somehow Trump could lose the nomination? I don't know. The daunting path for Haley has prompted some Republicans, including the RNC chair, Ronna McDaniel, to proclaim the primary effectively over. Which it is. Stop this crap that, it's a close race. Because, yeah, she only lost by 11, which in any other circumstance would have been a big defeat. But, alright, she lost by 30 in Iowa, 10 in New Hampshire. She's going to lose by 100 in Nevada. But somehow this is a close race. Trump has the party united behind him. Even Ronna McDaniel is admitting it. I mean, now they're pushing the envelope to, we don't have to win South Carolina. We just got to be competitive. We have to fight on Super Tuesday now, they're saying. They keep pushing the goalposts. And the problem with Super Tuesday is, look how many delegates there are. More than a third of delegates will be awarded on Super Tuesday. And a bigger problem for Nikki Haley, California is the same date, which on paper should give Haley an advantage. Well, guess what? The Republican primary in California is a closed one. So it's only going to be Republican voters voting, and it's a winner-take-all state. Or winner-take-most. Same thing in Texas. Most states are on Super Tuesday. If you get above, say, 50%, you win every single delegate. That's the mathematical problem for Haley. And these electorates are going to be far more conservative than New Hampshire. Why does people think it's going to be all the same because they're open primaries? You're telling me South Carolina, which is an open primary, is going to be as liberal as New Hampshire? Give me a frickin' break. This is a delusional campaign trying to hurt Trump. At this point, that's what's happening here. They are trying to hurt Trump this November. Why do you think they are accepting millions from liberal donors? Because they want Trump to lose. They don't really care if Biden wins. They want Trump to lose. That's what's happening here. How people don't see this, I don't know. But by the time Super Tuesday happens, Trump is probably at 45% of the delegates needed to win the nomination. He's probably already 1,000, if I'm just going to say, how many delegates. Probably 1,000. So what are we doing here? If he's up by this much, which everyone can say, yeah, that's real, how the hell can Nikki Haley pull this off? She can't. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, the primary is still going, but it's effectively over. Give it up, drop out if you really want to stop Biden, and endorse Trump. Godspeed to all of you.